Okay, welcome to another episode of Black Atlas Goings On. My name is Kenny, aka Black Atlas, and today we are going to be doing another recipe in the Ninja Foodi. This time it's going to be a dessert. Today we are going to be doing banana bread in the Ninja Foodi. So as normal, we are going to go through the ingredients first, and then we are going to follow these steps one by one. So let's go ahead and get to the ingredients. Okay, so first ingredient is going to be 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Then we have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 stick of butter softened, 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 2 eggs beaten, and then 3 bananas, 3 ripe bananas mashed. And that is literally all the ingredients that we need. So what we are going to do is we are going to get these ingredients set to the side, and then we are going to go ahead and get the Ninja Foodi down here and start going through these directions one by one. Okay, so step 1 says close the crisping lid and preheat the unit by selecting bake roast. And setting the temperature to 325. And the timer to 5 minutes. And select stop to begin. And it says, meanwhile, in a bowl, stir together the flour, baking powder, Meanwhile, in a bowl, stir together the flour, baking soda, and salt. So, we have a bowl. We have the flour. We have the baking soda. And we have the salt. Let's get that stirred together. Okay, the flour, baking soda, and salt are stirred together. So, next step, it says in a separate bowl, beat together the butter and brown sugar, and then add the eggs and bananas and stir to combine. So let me get a separate bowl. And it says, beat together the butter and brown sugar. So the butter is softened. And here is the brown sugar. And let me get this beat together. And then before I add the eggs and the bananas, I will come back to you. Okay, so as I was mixing up the butter and the brown sugar, the timer went off on here and threw me off. So I added the eggs and the bananas in after I mixed them up. Sorry you missed it. I'm guessing you really don't care about seeing me add eggs and what else was, eggs and bananas to a bowl. So next, it says, slowly add the dry mixture and wet mixture together, stirring until combined. Okay, let's get that done. All right, that was half of the flour. Let me go ahead and add the other half and finish stirring to combine, and then I'll be right back with you before I move on to the next step. This time, I promise. Okay, so that is all mixed up. So next it says grease the Ninja loaf pan and add batter to pan. So let me go ahead and get this pan greased and get batter added to it. And then right before we go to the next step, I will be right back with you. Okay, so we greased the Ninja loaf pan, or we greased the loaf pan. We got the batter in there, and it says once the unit has preheated, place the pan on the reversible rack, making sure the rack is in the lower position. Reversible rack in lower position. And the loaf pan is on there now. Then it's got to put this in here first. Now, it says, close the crisping lid, select bake roast, set the temperature to 325, and set the time to 40 minutes. And press start stop to begin. And then it says, when cooking is complete, remove pan from pot and place on cooling rack. Allow bread to cool 30 minutes before serving. So I will see y'all once this banana bread is done, and then we will let it rest for a little bit and then get that taste test in. See y'all in a bit. Okay, so there is 4 seconds left before this goes off. And now it's on the cool setting. And while it's doing that, the next step says, once cooking is done, remove pan from, there it is. Once cooking is done, remove pan from the pot and place on a cooling rack and allow to cool for 30 minutes. So, first of all, here is what the banana bread looks like, fresh out of the Ninja Foodi. And so we are going to leave it here on the cooling rack, and we are going to let it cool for a half an hour. And once it has cooled, I'll be right back with you and we can get that taste test in. Okay, so it has cooled down, and we are going to go ahead and get this banana bread out of this tin so we can go ahead and cut a piece off and get that taste test in. Okay, so we went ahead and cut the banana bread, and let's go ahead and go in for that taste test. Now keep in mind, I am not a banana person, so I'll try it anyway for you. Alright, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good. Probably because I made it, but it's pretty good anyway. So, like I said, I'm not really a banana person. So if I make it again, it'll be for somebody else, probably. But it's not bad, especially for my first time making it. So with all that being said, this has been Banana Bread in the Ninja Foodi. And my name is Kenny, a.k.a. Black Atlas. And make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything to do any of those, but it helps out the channel a lot. And with all that being said, until the next video, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.